April the 4th, 1968. He was the an African American. He was an American Baptist minister, associated visitor who become the most invisible spoker person and led and leader in the civil rights. He movements from 1954 until his death in 1968. He was born in Atlanta. His death, he was born in Atlanta to the kings best known for advancing words that I can't get to. I tell you. Baptist tactics.
That's pretty
His Christian beliefs and the non-violence and actions of MAH matters grand helped him in inspire. This is the most important part. King led in 1955 the moment Montgomery bus, the boycott of 1957 become the first president of the South, the Christian leadership conference ANC, SCLC with the SCLC. He led an unscored full in 1962. 25 struggles against segregation in Arbor, Oregon, Georgia, and helped organize the Novation of 1963, protect in Birmingham, Alabama. That's just one page.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she has 12 pages.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Oh my god. And I'm taking the stupid jacket off. I'm using.
He also helped
He's washing me.
organize the 1963 March on Washington,
Say hi.
where
It's Amora.
where he believed he developed his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. On October 14th, 1964, King won the Nobel Peace Prize for combating rectal integratedly through nonviolence resuscitation. Montgomery March. The following year, he and the South SCLC took the moment north to Chicago to walk on segregation housing. In his final years, he expanded his famous included occupation, properties, and violation of the war. Ooh,
Take your time, Laura.
I know, it's hard. Let's see. 18.
Well, you gonna read all that?
You don't have to.
I know I ain't. My head.
I can't believe you wrote 12 pages.
I'm gonna stop in for a minute because I'm about to get tired of it.
Yeah. Now you know what? I don't like reading.
Put it this way, I'm gonna tell you, most of this here, all this is about him. He got married. He married, I can't even think of my name right now. I got it in here. He walked. He did everything. He had a lot to do. He was a preacher. His grandfather whooped him until he got 15.
Wow.
When he got 15, he said, heck no, you're not finna hit me with no nail another belt for no 15 years. And his grandfather, I'm finna look for where his name really is before I say anything else. Where is it? His real name is Michael.
Oh, wow.
Michael King, and his father's name was the same. His father, they changed his name to Martin Luther King. Both of them. They changed because it didn't sound right in there. So that's why I'm saying they changed his name in a period of time. He was the greatest man. He had a little Irish in him, and I didn't know that until I wrote it down, looked at it.
Looked it up.
Looked it up on my tablet. Nobody knew that he was Irish.
Dad is watching.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. And I was born at the time. During that time, his
I was born in the 70s.
He got 4. He got a sister and 2 other brothers.
Oh, wow.
That's 3 kids.
No, it's 1 more.
Oh,
It's 4.
oh well.
Africa and Martin.
Yeah,
You can't
I have
hear
more
it's 4.
siblings than that. Oh, my God.
that's 4 kids.
Oh, really?
Well, I have my birth parents' siblings and my family from this family. So, yeah, I have a lot of
Well, I'll have 4. Well, if I count you as sister, then.
Mm-hmm.
And a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Name?
And like,
Well,
That's a
hold on.
brother.
She lives about not too far from me.
she does too.
Well,
She lives by Athens.
Yeah, I live by Athens.
Oh my God.
I do.
she lives right
Both
down
of
the
his
street from
parents
me.
was African American.
She lives right down the street from me.
But his grandfather came from the African side, coming in when they did before the Civil War, He was a slave.
Talking about the South.
Yeah, the South of the slave. When he came in there. They did a movie about this, Gone with the Wind, at that time.
Oh wow.
I think this one's here.
King is the middle child. The oldest sister was Christina.
Oh wow.
Wow. I wonder how.
Look at
I wonder how old she lived to be.
Christina King. And then he had a brother named Ferris. And it was Martin Luther King.
Oh
And
god.
the youngest brother was A.D. King. Sang at the church in the choir. You never knew what they gonna do. So Martin Luther King started in the choir too. And he did the junior choir.
Oh wow.
He sung songs. His mother had another complainantship organization and the choir leader. She was the head up with playing the piano. She did doing this with them, teaching them how to sing. And his dad was a preacher. He later became a member of the church for the junior choir.
Oh wow. You okay, Dwayne?
And he led most of the songs until I think you're gonna hear about the trip out. I'm finna go now. He went. King had blanked some to the post staff, traffic to the policeman.
Oh, so he sung it to the policeman?
No, he got kind of like arrested.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
But the boycott start, and
Boycott?
they were stopping out before the son was being told by the shoe clerk. The shoe clerk wouldn't let them come when they came in to buy shoes. At that time, you had to go to the back. All black people had to go to the back to get their shoes. He wouldn't let them go to the front. All white people had to go to the front. All the black people had to go to the back to
Wow.
get anything. I don't care what. They had to go to the back. Like they had to go, like Rosa Parks. She had to go to the back of the bus. I'm not through with her because heck, I'm about to write on her and Harry Tubman. I'm about halfway through with Harry Tubman, but I'm not all the way through with
What was that?
Harry Tubman.
No, you think you're Rosa Parks.
I'm gonna do her too.
On who? On talking about Aretha Franklin? Queen of Soul.
No, I done did Aretha Franklin,
Remember when?
Oh yeah. You
but she done lost it in there.
No, I'm afraid she would.
Or so what page are you on?
Sam,
She skipped the page.
I'm skipping it in between.
I feel sorry for you.
I'm skipping in between this mess.
What I'm trying to
Wait,
say.
wait, we're on video. We're on video.
Yeah, me and her.
You don't know that you on video.
Yeah, we've been videoing this whole time.
You better be still.
Someone's trying to video me.
No.
I'm on the 14th.
That they have move near the store and serve. He worked in the store. At one of the stores, I don't know which one. He worked at one. And he nearly got fired. He was so tired of doing, going back and forth to school, the traffic. He had to try to find a way to get to school. He met his friend. They were 6 years old. And the man, their next door neighbor, wouldn't let his son play with him. That was his best friend all them years. And when it was time for him to go to high school, junior high school, before he even got to high school, junior high, he was 13. But he knew. When he got 13, he, went to school there. He went to public school. After public school, he went on further up. And then he went to Morehouse College. With about, at the time, say about 15. He skipped school, the 9th grade. He went to 10th and the 11th, but he skipped the 9th and the 12th grade.
Oh, wow.
To know all this. He knew it all.
Oh, wow.
So he skipped the 9th and 10th grade?
I said he skipped the 9th grade
To the
and the 12th.
To the 12th.
He skipped the 9th and the 12th grade. He went the 10th and the 11th.
Huh?
I know, right, Wayne?
I
gotta get more explanation.
Y'all make me want to laugh. I'm not joking. I said seen that to myself. I said, wait a minute. Huh?
That's why
Yeah, it's kind of confusing a little.
It was kind of confusing when I saw
I
that.
like your working hat. That's
Thank
cute.
you.
He was an African American. You know that. We knew that.
I always knew that. I knew that a long time ago.
He had one white friend.
Hmm?
Only one white friend.
Martin Luther King only had one white friend.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh wow.
Until he got up in after junior high and high school. He played with the others, other black people.
That's still, right.
King stuff from a distressing stew and his life in during whatever you want to say this word years. He was felt resentment against whites. They resentment against the whites. Some of the blacks didn't like the whites. But Martin Luther King said, y'all need to come together.
Could y'all imagine if it was like that today?
His family and his neighbors was often had endorsed in the segregated the South. This is when they segregated to the South. At the age of 12.
Holy smokes.
shortly after his let's see who died. His grandmother died. King blamed himself and he jumped out of a second storage window, but he survived. He jumped out that window. I wouldn't have did that though.
Oh, yeah.
King was invitingly kept on many Christian claim. At the age of 13, the Dinley body resuscitation of Jesus during the Sunday school. However, later he confessed that he about the Bible had many profound the truth. This and many which one cannot escape, and decided to entertain the segregated growing up at the Atlanta. King attended Booker T. Washington.
Which Booker T. Washington are we talking about?
You confused now again, Dwayne?
I'm sorry.
Booker T. Washington is only one school that I know in Washington, D.C. Wherever that is, was where he went. It's where he went to school for high school. I gotta charge that. I gotta charge it.
Oh, I think I know whose phone this is. Yours.
Yeah, I gotta charge it.
There's something with my past, I don't want to talk about.
He dedicated his dream when King was.
Ready to go all the way to page 12?
Page 8.
Oh, page 8.
Years old. How many years old? When King was years old in 1942, he become the youngest blank in doing his testimony. Don't be talking through while I'm reading. A man arranged he did a newspaper every day. He did his newspaper. They got in trouble. Him and his teacher got in trouble. They was black. If they were black, they got in trouble. They didn't want them to do a newspaper. I don't care what they say. He did his journal during junior high the year he won his first prize. Inaugurated and the contest sponsored by Negro Ethic Club in by Dublin, Georgia. On the ride home to Atlanta by bus, he and his teacher were ordered by the driver to stand so that the white passengers could sit down. That was wrong. I don't care. They made him stand up in the middle of the aisle. Him and his teacher. I don't care what nobody say. Could sit down. They couldn't sit down. King was invitingly refused. He told him that he was breaking the law. If he did not submit during this encouragement, King said that he was the angriest I have. He was he ever seen being in my life. And about standing, he skipped both what I tell you? He skipped both of what?